Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The first chapter of sustainable development is about its introduction and its principles and goals for sustainable development. In this chapter, after completing this chapter, students will be able to understand the basic concepts of sustainable development, and they will be able to identify the principles of sustainable development, and they can recognize the developmental goals of sustainable society. First of all, what is the sustainable development and what its definition? The term sustainability derives from the Latin roots sustainer, which means to underhold or hold up from underneath, implying robustness and durability over time. According to World Commission on Environment and Development, sustainable development can be defined as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. It is based on balancing people's economic and social needs with the preservation and enhancement of natural resources and ecosystem. Sustainable development is improvement of lifestyles and well-being, preserving natural resources and ecosystem. It is more than merely taking care of our environment for the future. It is about socially aware, economically aware, and wanting a just and fair society for all. Sustainable development means to take economic benefit which can help to raise the living standards of the present generation without affecting the needs for future generation. कि हमारे पास प्रेजेंट में जितने भी रिसोर्सेज, जितने भी प्रोडक्ट्स अवेलेबल हैं, उनका वाइसली यूज़ विदाउट इफेक्ट किए बिना हमारी फ्यूचर जनरेशन की नीड्स को और फ्यूचर की हमारी क्वालिटी और क्वांटिटी को इफेक्ट किए बिना हम प्रेजेंट में जितने भी हमारे पास अवेलेबल रिसोर्सेज हैं, प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, गुड्स हैं, उनका हम कितना वाइसली यूज़ करते हैं टू मीट द प्रेजेंट जनरेशन नीड. Sustainable development also can be defined as the process of strategic changes in our social system and institutions needed in order to achieve sustainability. That's mean to create balance among the population, various resources, various aspects of environment and development. Sustainable development means to maximize the biological system goals, for example, genetic diversity, resilience, biological productivity, and our economic system goals, for example, meeting basic minimum needs and create equity among social members, etc. And social system goals that includes social justice for all, people's participation, decision making, shared decision, etc. simultaneously. Improving the quality and quantity of human life while living within the supporting ecosystem. Provide a good, healthy life to all the society members of our country. Sustainable development is defined as development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. जैसा कि हम पहले भी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं कि सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट का मकसद या सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट का मतलब ही ये है कि प्रेजेंट में हमारे पास जो रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल हैं उनको इतना वाइजली यूज़ किया जाए कि फ्यूचर जनरेशन की नीड्स को, फ्यूचर जनरेशन के लिए जो रिसोर्सेज हैं उनको डिस्टर्ब ना किया जाए. हमारे पास जो ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंट में मटेरियल्स, रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल हैं उनका हम इतना वाइजली इस्तेमाल करें कि हम प्रेजेंट जनरेशन की नीड्स को फुलफिल कर सकें without affecting the needs of the future generation. The concept of needs, goes beyond simply material needs, and it includes values, relationships, freedom to think, act and participate, all amounting to sustainable living morally and spiritually. For example, सस्टेनेबिलिटी ऑफ सोसाइटी, किसी भी माशरे की सस्टेनेबिलिटी डिपेंड करती है कि उस माशरे में हेल्थ, रेजिडेंस, बैलेंस डाइट, एडिक्वेट हेल्थ सर्विसेज, एम्प्लॉयमेंट, अपॉर्चुनिटीज, क्वालिटी एजुकेशन कितनी अवेलेबल है। इन तमाम चीज़ों की कितनी क्वालिटी और क्वांटिटी उस माशरे के लोगों को अवेलेबल है। अगर तो ये तमाम फैसिलिटीज़, ये तमाम प्रोडक्ट्स एक माशरे के लोगों को अवेलेबल है, तो दैट्स मीन दैट सोसाइटी इज मूविंग टुवर्ड्स द सस्टेनेबिलिटी, and it assists in developing their positive attitude towards nature and living beings. And this society is driven towards conserving the environment. Aims of sustainable development include maximizing the probability of achieving sustainable development, कि हम जिस हद तक मुमकिना हद तक अपने माशरे के अंदर सस्टेनेबिलिटी को अचीव कर सकते हैं करें, और मिनिमाइज करें हम चांसेस ऑफ एनवायरमेंटल डिग्रेडेशन को। It's mean to organize the principles for meeting human developmental goals while simultaneously sustaining the ability of natural systems to provide the natural resources and ecosystem services based upon with the country, economy and society depend, कि हमारे माशरे की, हमारी कंट्री की इकोनॉमी और सोसाइटी जिसके ऊपर डिपेंड कर रही है, उसके रिसोर्सेज को, इकोसिस्टम को, उसके ऊपर बेस्ड सर्विसेज को हमने किस तरह से प्रिजर्व करना है। There is a difference between the terms sustainability and sustainable development. Sustainability is often though as a long-term goal. It is more sustainable world. ये हमारा लॉन्ग टर्म गोल है कि हमने पूरी दुनिया को सस्टेनेबल बनाना है। While sustainable development refers to the many processes and pathways to achieve it. उस गोल को अचीव करने के जितने भी प्रोसेसेस और पाथवेज हैं, दैट इज द सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. So sustainability is the ability to continue a defined behavior indefinitely, and sustainable development are the sources and processes to achieve the sustainability. We can achieve sustainability by following the sustainable developmental paths, and sustainable development is a path. By follow this path we can achieve the sustainability of our society. There are four major components of sustainable development that are climate change. If we are not following the limits of our environment, then it leads towards the climate change. If we are not living within our environmental limits, then it will lead towards the climate change. People can play the vital role in the utilization and conservation of the environment. The knowledge and skill on caring of earth should be developed. Human resource is to be developed by providing education, health, care, and trainings. Human resource contributes to adopt the principles of sustainable development. Otherwise, we will lead towards the climate change. Next one is nutrient cycle. The nutrient cycle is hence a general term that describes how nutrients move from the physical environment into living organisms and are subsequently recycled back to the physical environment. They are the most important nutrients to sustain plant growth and agriculture and thus humanity. Why do the nutrients on earth need to be cycled? The earth is considered a closed system. This means that there is a little or no input of new material from outside the system. So there is need to cycle the nutrients and recycle the nutrients. Nutrients can be in the biotic environment or abiotic environment. Now what is the hydrological cycle? The natural water cycle is being affected by changes in climate, overexploitation and pollution. Acidification of the oceans is a real and present problem to avoid, and the extraction of water has increased by 3 in the last 50 years. The cycle is kept in motion thanks to the solar energy and gravity. It goes from the Earth's surface and enters the atmosphere as vapor and comes back to land as liquid and solid. This circulation is called water cycle or hydrological cycle. And this is very necessary for the sustainability of our environment. Next one is biodiversity. Biodiversity is essential for sustainable development and human well-being. It underpins the provision of food, fiber and water. It mitigates and provides resilience to climate change. It supports human health and provides jobs in agriculture, fisheries, forestries, and many other sectors. It is necessary to conserve all the living beings in the world. People should learn to conserve the natural resources in order to protect the living beings. Sustainable development focuses on it. National and international programs for the conservation of biodiversity should be conducted. There must be coordination among these programs for the sustainable development of the biodiversity. By having a lot of biodiversity, the biodiversity of an ecosystem contributes to the sustainability of that ecosystem. The higher the biodiversity of an ecosystem, then the more sustainable it is. The higher biodiversity is an ecosystem means that there is a greater variety of genes and species in that ecosystem. So, the use of components of biological diversity in a way and at a rate that does not lead to the long-term decline of biological diversity, thereby maintaining its potential to meet the needs and aspirations of present and future generations. Sustainable development is often illustrated by a simple diagram and the main 3 pillars of sustainable development, that are social, environmental and economy pillar. Sustainability is a paradigm for thinking about a future in which environmental, social and economic considerations are balanced in the pursuit of development and an improved quality of life. Sustainable development is depend on these 3 pillars: social development, environmental development and economy development. These 3 spheres are intertwined. For example, a prosperous society relies on a healthy environment to provide food and resources, safe drinking water and clean air for its citizens. The principle of the 3 pillars of sustainability says that for the complete sustainability problem to be solved, all 3 pillars of sustainability must be sustainable. The 3 pillars are social, environmental and economic sustainability that can be seen in this diagram. Economic sustainability is the ability to support a defined level of economic production indefinitely. Economic development is about giving people what they want without compromising quality of life, especially in the developing world. Environmental sustainability is the ability to maintain rates of renewable resource harvest, pollution creation, and non-renewable resource depletion that can be continued indefinitely. Environmental protection is the need to protect the environment. Whether the concept of 4 Rs, reduce, recycle, recover, and reuse are being achieved or not. Environmental protection is the second pillar and it is the primary concern of the future of humanity. It defines how to protect ecosystem, air quality, integrity and sustainability of our resources and focuses on the elements that place stress on the environment. It also concerns how technology will drive our greener future, and that developing technology is key to this sustainability and protecting the environment of the future from potential damage and technological advances could potentially bring. Next one is the social pillar and dimension of social sustainability. Social sustainability is the ability of a social system such as a country to function at a defined level of social well-being indefinitely, to provide health, equity, quality, education, safety, social justice, and social inclusiveness and cohesion towards people. So, sustainable development is based on these defined pillars that are economic development, social development, and environmental development. There are some principles of sustainable development. As we know that sustainable development means to take economic benefits which can help to raise the living standards of the present generation without affecting the need for future generation. It means to conserve resources without affecting its quantity and quality. The main aim of sustainable development is to balance among the population various resources, its various aspects of environment and development. Some principles of sustainable development are as follows: respect and care for the community of life, improve the quality of human life, improve the living standard of the human beings, conserve the earth's vitality and diversity, respect the diversity of the human beings, minimize the depletion of non-renewable resources. Don't waste the non-renewable resources, save them. Keep within the earth's carrying capacity. Don't try to cross the environmental limitation. Otherwise, it will lead towards the climate change and it will destroy the sustainability of our society. Change attitudes and practices that leads towards the we should initiate the attitude and practices that lead towards the sustainability and the sustainable development. Enable communities to care for their own environment, enable people, give them education, train them, give them practices to keep them in practices to care their environment and to save their environment. Don't destroy their environment. To provide a national framework for integrating development and conservation Create a global alliance. Create a mutual and cooperative global society. Reduce dependence upon fossil fuel, underground metals and minerals. Save all these natural resources in a wise manner. Reduce dependence upon synthetic chemicals and other unnatural substances. Reduce encroachment upon nature. Meet human needs fairly and efficiently. There is need to conserve our ecosystem and to promote the sustainable development of our society, to conserve our biodiversity. There is need to control the population in a wise manner. Due to population growth, human needs like food, clothing, housing increased. The means and resources that are available in the world cannot be increased to meet the requirements. So, population control and management are essential for sustainable development. It will support the environmental balance. Then there is need to conserve the human resources, and the people can play important role in the utilization and conservation of the environment. There is need to give knowledge and skills to the people about how to care their environment and earth and available resources. Human resources is to be developed by providing education, health care and training. Then there is need to increase people's participation for the sustainable development of our society. A joint effort of every individual is indispensable. In order to translate the concept of sustainable development into action, public participation should be increased. Therefore, positive attitudes of public should be developed in every program of sustainable development. Sustainable developmental goals. Now, what are the sustainable developmental goals? The Sustainable Developmental Goals, or SDGs, otherwise known as global goals, are a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that all people are enjoying peace and prosperity. These goals are 17 in numbers. These 17 goals build on the success of the Millennium Developmental Goals (MDGs), while including new areas such as climate change, economic inequality, innovation, sustainable consumption, peace and justice, among other priorities. The goals are interconnected, often the key to success. No one will involve tackling issues more commonly associated with another. Now we will learn about these goals in detail one by one. First goal of sustainable development is no poverty or eradicate poverty. To end poverty, everyone should have basic needs, basic health care, security and education. Educating poverty in all its forms remains one of the greatest challenges facing by humanity. While the number of people living in extreme poverty dropped by more than half between 1990 and 2015, too many are still struggling for the most basic human needs. The SDGs are a bold commitment to finish what we started and end poverty in all forms and dimensions by 2030. This involves targeting the most vulnerable, increasing basic resources and services, and supporting communities affected by conflict and climate-related disasters. About 736 million people still live on less than $1.90 a day. It is the report by the year 2015. Many lack adequate food, clean drinking water, and sanitation problems. Rapid economic growth in countries such as China, India, Pakistan has lifted millions out of poverty, but progress has been uneven. Women are more likely to live in poverty than men due to unequal paid work opportunities, education opportunities, and property. So, the first and basic most important goal of sustainable development is to eradicate poverty, to maintain the sustainability of our society. Second goal is zero hunger. Globally, 1 in 9 people are undernourished. This goal aims to end hunger. Rapid economic growth and increased agriculture productivity over the past 2 decades have seen the number of undernourished people drop by almost half. Many developing countries that used to suffer from famine and hunger can now meet the nutritional needs of the most vulnerable. These are all huge achievements in line with the targets set out by the first Millennium Developmental Goals. Unfortunately, extreme hunger and malnutrition remain a huge barrier to development in many countries. 795 million people are estimated to be chronologically unnourished, often as a direct consequence of environmental degradation and a loss of biodiversity. SDGs aim to end all form of hunger and malnutrition by 2030, making sure all people, especially children, have access to sufficient and nutritious food all year around. This involves promoting sustainable agriculture practices, supporting small-scale farmers, and allowing equal access to land, technology, and markets. It's also required international cooperation to ensure investment in infrastructure and technology to improve agricultural productivity. Together with the other goals set out here, we can end hunger by 2030, inshallah. The third goal is the good health and well-being. Ensuring people live healthy lives can cut child mortality and raise life expectancy. Health is a driver, indicator and outcomes of sustainable development. Healthy people are better able to contribute to the development of their countries rather than unhealthy people. The world has made great progress against several of the leading causes of death and disease. Life expectancy has increased dramatically. Infant and maternal mortality have declined. We have turned the tide on the HIV epidemic and malaria deaths have halved, and the most common epidemic nowadays is the coronavirus. The 2030 agenda reflects that response to the increasing complexity and interconnectedness of health and development, including widening economy and social inequalities, rapid urbanization, threats to the climate and the environment, the continuing burden of epidemics and other infectious diseases, and emerging health challenges such as non-communicable diseases. The third sustainable developmental goal is to ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. And nearly 50 targets across 40 goals are critically to ensuring health and well-being for all. Emerging global health priority not explicit include in the SDGs, including antimicrobial resistance, also demand action. The fourth goal is the provision of quality education. The UN wants everyone to have access to inclusive, equitable, quality education. There has been a dramatic increase in dropout rate and in literacy rate, and many more girls are in schools than ever before. These all are remarkable changes or notable things in our society. Children from our rural areas and from the poorest household are out of the school than those of the richest household students. Disparities between rural and urban areas also remain high. Achieving inclusive and quality education for all reaffirms the belief that education is one of the most powerful and proven vehicle for sustainable development. This goal ensures that all girls and boys complete free and primary and secondary schools by the end of 2030. It also aims to provide equal access to affordable vocational trainings, to eliminate gender and wealth disparities and discriminations, and achieve universal access to a quality higher education. The next goal is the gender equality. Gender equality is a human right and is a vital for a peaceful, prosperous world. Ending all forms of discrimination against women and girls is not only a basic human right, but is also crucial to accelerating sustainable development. It has been proven time and again that empowering women and girls has a multiplier effect and helps drive economic growth and development. So SDGs aim to build on these achievements to ensure that there is an end to discrimination against women and girls everywhere. There are still huge inequalities in the labor market in some regions, with women systematically denied equal access to jobs, sexual violence and exploitation, the unequal division of unpaid care and domestic work, and discrimination in public office all remain huge barriers. The sixth goal is clean water. Clean water protects people from disease, yet 3 in 10 people lack access to it. Water scarcity affects more than 40% of people around the world, an alarming figure that is projected to increase with the rise of global temperatures as a result of climate change. Although 2.1 billion people have gained access to improved water sanitation since 1990, but still safe drinking water is a major problem impacting every continent. Ensuring universal access to safe and affordable drinking water for all by 2030 requires we invest in adequate infrastructure, provide sanitation facilities, and encourage hygiene at every level. Protecting and restoring water-related ecosystems such as forests, mountains, waterlands, and rivers is essential if we are to mitigate water scarcity. More international cooperation is also needed to encourage water efficiency and support treatment technologies in developing countries. Next goal of sustainable development is economic growth. The aim is for sustainable economic growth and decent employment for all. In developing countries, the middle class now makes up more than 34% of total employment. Over the past 25 years, the number of workers living in extreme poverty has declined dramatically. However, despite the lasting impact, as the global economy continues to recover, we are seeing slower growth, widening inequalities, and not enough jobs to keep up with a growing labor force. According to the International Labour Organization, more than 204 million people were unemployed in 2015. The Sustainable Developmental Goals promote sustained economic growth, higher level of productivity and technological innovation, encourage entrepreneurship and job creation are key to this, as are effective measures to eradicate forced labor, slavery, and human trafficking. With these targets in mind, the goal is to achieve full and productive employment and decent work for all women and men by the end of 2030. The ninth goal is industry and infrastructure. This involves building resilient infrastructure and fostering innovation. Involvement and infrastructure and innovation are crucial drivers of economic growth and development. With over half the world population now living in cities, mass transport and renewable energy are becoming ever more important, as are the growth of new industries and information and communication technologies. Technological progress is also key to finding lasting solutions to both economic and developmental environmental challenges, such as providing new jobs and promoting energy efficiency, promoting sustainable industries, and investing in scientific research and innovation. All are the important ways to facilitate sustainable development. No inequality is the number 10 sustainable developmental goal. The poorest 40% of the population should be able to grow their income faster than average. So there should be job opportunities, work employment, and work opportunities for the poorest people so that they can raise their income and they can play an important role in the sustainability of the society. Number 11 is the sustainability. The UN wants to increase affordable housing and make settlements inclusive, safe, and sustainable. There should be opportunities for fulfill the basic needs, for the fulfillment of the basic needs, for the residents, for clothing, food. These are the basic needs that everyone want to fulfill these needs. So UN wants to increase these needs by providing them housing facilities and by promoting the inclusiveness, safe and sustainable society. Number 12 is responsible consumption. This goal aims to foster eco-friendly production, reduce waste and boost recycling. SDGs aim to sustainably manage and protect marine and coastal ecosystem from pollution, as well as address the impact of ocean acidification. Enhance conservation and sustainable use of ocean and land-based resources through international law will also help mitigate some of the challenges facing our ocean and land environment. Climate action. Urgent action is needed by regulating emissions and promoting renewable energies. Next one is climate action. Urgent action is needed by regulating emissions and promoting renewable energy. There is need to live in the limitation of the environment. If we do not do so, that it will ultimately lead towards the climate change. The life underwater, the 14th goal of sustainable development. The aim is to conserve and sustainably use the ocean, seas and marine resources. The world's oceans, their temperature, chemistry, currents, and life drive global systems that make the earth habitable for humankind. How we manage this vital resource is essential for humanity as a whole and to counterbalance the effect of climate change. Over 3 billion people depend on marine and coastal biodiversity for their livelihoods. However, today we are seeing 30% of the world's fish stocks overexploited, reaching below the level at which they can produce sustainable yields. The SDGs aims to sustainably manage and protect marine and coastal ecosystem from pollution as well as address the impact of ocean acidification, enhance conservation and the sustainable use of ocean-based resources through international law, and help to mitigate some of the challenges facing our oceans. The 14th goal is life underwater. The aim is to converse sustainably use the ocean, seas and marine resources. The next, the 15th goal, life on land. To stop degradation, we must preserve forests, deserts and mountain ecosystems. Human life depends on earth as much as on the oceans for our sustenance and livelihoods. Plants life provide 80% of our human diet, and we rely on agriculture as an important economic resource and means of development. Forests count for 30% of the Earth's surface, providing vital habitats for millions of species and important sources for clean air and water, as well as being crucial for combating climate change. SDGs aim to conserve and restore the use of ecosystems such as forest, waterland, drylands and mountains by the end of 2020. Halting deforestation is also vital to mitigating the impact of climate change. Urgent action must be taken to reduce the loss of natural habitats and biodiversity, which are part of our common heritage. The 16th goal is peace and justice. Its aim is inclusive societies, the development of the inclusive societies with strong institutions and provide justice to all the members of the society. Without peace, stability, human rights and effective governance based on the rule of law, we cannot hope for sustainable development. We live in a world that is increasingly divided. Some regions enjoy sustained peace, security and prosperity, while others fall into seemingly endless cycles of conflicts and violence. This is by no means inevitable and must be addressed. SDGs aim to significantly reduce all forms of violence and work with governments and communities to find lasting solutions to eradicate or to eliminate the conflicts and insecurities. Strengthening the rule of law and promoting human rights is key to this process, as is reducing the flow of illicit arms and strengthening the partnership of developing countries in the institutions of global governance. The number 17th goal is the partnership. If all countries are to achieve the goals, international cooperation is vital. SDGs can only be realized with a strong commitment to global world, to global partnership and to global cooperation. While official development assistance from developed countries increased by 66%, humanitarian crises brought on by conflict and natural disasters continue to demand more financial resources and aid. Many countries also require official development assistance to encourage growth and trade. The developmental goal aims to enhance North-South and South-South cooperation by supporting national plans to achieve all the targets. Promoting international trade and helping developing countries to increase their exports is all part of achieving a universal rules-based and equitable trading system that is fair and open and benefits all. Here are some links related to this chapter for more detail and for more concept clarification. Thank you.